Hi everybody, this is Coach Tara, the helpful entrepreneur out of Holiday, Florida, and I wanted to talk about something a little different than I normally talk about on these videos. Some of you may know I actually make my own soap, and I do as much as I can possible that I can tolerate, because some things are harder than others and they're harder to get used to, as naturally as I possibly can. I'm certainly not perfect, as you can see. It's time for me to do my roots. I dye my hair still. That's not the greatest thing in the world, so just want you to know that in case, because I don't even know why. I'm just telling you this. For the past month, I don't know if you've ever seen any of my other videos where I talk about how my hair dreads. Now my hair is really curly, and oftentimes, from putting it up a lot, back here, this whole section here will dread. Now you can see I'm putting my hands right through my hair. You can see it's not greasy. You should be able to tell that. It's just, it's still pretty dry because that's the kind of hair I have. But there's no dreads in it right now, and there haven't been for quite a while. About a month ago, my daughter helped me out, and she sat me down, and we did a coconut comb out. She sat there with a comb and she worked on each locked knot that I had until they all came out. It took her about a half hour to do it. And since then, I have been doing a no shampoo method, and I have tried before the dry shampoos, like using baking soda to wash your hair and vinegar to rinse your hair, and although I've heard so many good things about it, the waiting time before your hair adjusts to it and actually becomes something that you even want to touch is pretty long. I guess it's like about a week, and I just can't get there. I could never get all the way there. So I discovered, probably on Pinterest or on Facebook or something, another way to do a NoPoo method that is all natural and good for your hair. And I've experimented with 2 different ways, and I found the perfect thing. First, what I do is I take about a cup and a half of purified water or spring water, and I put it in the tea kettle, and I put the tea kettle on halfway, shut the top, and wait for it to whistle. Okay? Then I pour it into a break-proof seamed jar. I save like pasta sauce jars and stuff like that, so it's easy for me to get my hands on that. And in that jar I'm going to take it out of I want you to see it. And I'm going to smell really good because of it. Can you see this? That's lavender. Okay? I put that into the jar with some peppermint flakes. And, now I got lavender everywhere. And I put the hot water from the tea kettle into that jar, and I just let it sit in there for a while. I kind of put the top on, but not all the way tight because I want the air to escape, and I do want it to cool down. When it gets to about warm, or just a little under hot, I'll screw the top on good and shake it up real good, and then I'll let it sit there for a little bit more and come back and do some more stuff on Facebook or One Up Marketing or for Evolve or whatever. Go out in the garden. And then I come back and I take a strainer and I pour the water out into a container, into a little pot for the stove. And this way I'm separating all the lavender from the water and keeping that aside. And then I just go ahead and put that in the chicken bucket. At that point, I add, you'll see I'm running out. This is my honey. There's a comb in there. I add about a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup, or a quarter of a cup. It depends on how much you want in there of honey. While it's still warm, I put the burner on about 1 or 2, keep it warm, and I put the honey in there and I mix it up till it blends. Then I add, this is glycerin. This is vegan, non-GMO, kosher, food grade glycerin. I put about a drop in that into the water, that mixture that I used with the honey and the lavender water. This is the wrong bottle. I also add a drop of castor oil. And then I go ahead and I take some peppermint. See it? There, that's better. Some peppermint oil and put it in there as well. About 5 drops of that. Then I pour it into an old Dr. Bronner's bottle, the one that we used for Stella, when that lasted almost an entire year. We use that bottle. I know it's plastic still, but it's heavy duty, and Dr. Bronner's does the. I mean, if you're going to use any plastic, that's a good one. The reason why I do that is because we've broken jars in the shower before, and that's no fun. And this bottle's got a little squeeze, thing on the top. So what I've been using is I go in the shower, I rinse my hair out real good and get it really saturated. I take the bottle of Dr. Bronner and I squirt it right on the crown here, and then I'll hold my hair like this in the back, and I'll make sure I get it on the ends. Then I'll go ahead and massage my whole head real good, and I get it really good right down to the scalp, and I just rinse it out, and then I put a comb through it in the shower. The amazing thing for me is this, and I really suggest that you all try this. I have not had a knot lock since. I have not been using, I used to use really expensive shampoo and conditioner, and my hair would not, and now my hair is not. That's so funny. So, if you want to get something natural on your hair, and you don't jive with the baking soda and the vinegar on your hair, don't worry, folks. Take a cup of water, or a cup and a half of water, a quarter a cup to 3/4 a cup of local raw honey. Heat it up, mix it up, and if you want to add the smelly good stuff, I mean, it smells great all by itself. I use the castor oil to give me kind of like a little sud, but it's probably not even necessary. I use the glycerin because I put that in everything. And the lavender and the peppermint together is, oh my gosh. And this is amazing that I do not have, I can go like in the middle of the day, wash my hair last night, I can do this and not have knots. So that's my little helpful beauty tip. And I'm going to continue working with it, and I'm going to continue giving you updates, but this is about a month I've been doing this. I haven't had a knot lock, and so I don't have to think about going into using just dreadlocks my whole hair, because I don't need to. I can just go ahead and have my beautiful luxurious hair the way it is. So I hope you all are having a really wonderful day, and I'm the freedompreneur, and one of the ways to get free is to keep your money and invest it in business and not spend all this money and all this fancy stuff that you don't need, that probably isn't working, like we just discovered. Mine wasn't. I was using a sulfate-free, really expensive $14 a bottle of shampoo that was 8 ounces. Well, that's not really expensive, but it's, when you're struggling for money, it's a lot of money. So now I've got the honey. I could use it for anything else that I use. The water, this stuff is super simple. You don't have to have much, and it works great. I'll warn you this, it's very watery. It's not going to act like your normal shampoo, so you can't put it in your hand, so it's going to fall out into the ground. You spray it directly into your hair, and then you scrub it in, and then you rinse. It's phenomenal. So that's my story. And if you found this interesting, please share it with the world. Please click the thumbs up button. Please do all that fun stuff. And that's all for now. Bye.